How's it going, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you how to adjust your valve clearances or your tappets. It's kind of generic with most motors. This is a 2.5 turbo diesel out of the Mazda Bounty or Ford Courier, they're the same car. So yeah, one tool you're definitely gonna need is one of these, and all cars will be different with the amount of clearance you have within the tappets, but you can usually just find those on Google. So first you're going to take the rocker cover off, so remove the hose, and I think that's it. It's just a breather hose, and then there's 10mm bolts all the way around there. Okay, so once you have the rocker cover off, you'll see something along the lines of this. This is the main camshaft to the middle, single overhead cam on this one, and you're going to look for, in this case, on each side there are rocker arms like this. You can tell they are very loose. So 1, 2, 3, 4 for the intake, and 1, 2, 3, 4 for the exhaust. I'm going to do the intake side first because they are different. It's recommended on this motor that it's 0.05mm to 0.15mm. So I'm going to do 0.12mm on the intake, and then the exhaust is 0.2mm on this side here. So oh, my mistake, sorry, this is a 3-valve motor, so 3 valves in each cylinder. So sorry, this is actually the intake side, so there's 2 for each cylinder. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 1 for exhaust on this side here. So what you're going to do in this case is slide the shim under here, not on that one because it's compressed. You will have to turn the motor over until you see, like this one here, how the cam lobe is up in the air, so it won't be rubbing, and as you can see, that's very loose. You need to loosen this nut off here. You can see that. You'll loosen that nut off and then turn the flathead screw in until you get the right clearance. Now you'll know when there's a little bit of friction sliding this plate in and out. You don't want it to be stuck, but you want it to be able to, you want to be able to feel the friction from sliding this in and out. So I'll do one on the intake side first, and I'll just show you how that works, and then I'll show you how to do a few more of them. Okay, so you want to make sure there is no tension on the lobes, on the rocker arms. So in my case, the cam lobe is facing upwards, so it is on the flat spot on the thing, on the rocker arm. So there is no tension on them, and you can see how loose these are. They just have no, like compared to these ones which I've already done, you get a nice grippy, but not too grippy. I can slide it freely in and out, but it's definitely close. These ones are just, you can flop them in and out. So what you do is, on my one here, it'll be hard to do on camera, but you have a 12mm lock nut, and then you have a flathead screw at the top. You want to hold, it's going to be hard to do with the camera, you want to hold the flathead screw in there, and then hold the screw in the same place and crack the nut about half a turn, and then you turn the screw in probably at 1/8 of a turn at a time until you get a nice grippy slide in and out with that depth gauge. I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, so I just cracked that nut there. So hopefully you can see this. We are doing this one here. You can see it's loose. I'll leave that in there. And then probably a tiny little bit. Oh, there we go, just a 1/4 of a turn. And it's getting a little bit stuck, but it's still going in and out pretty smoothly. And this is 0.01 over size of what I'm aiming for, so if I get them a little bit too tight, then that's okay. So in my books, That is perfect there. So I'll go ahead and hold the flathead screw as hard as I can to make it not move, and then tighten that lock nut up nicely. Okay, they are all done, nice and tight. Well, not tight, but like I was talking about before, just enough for it to slide in and out freely, but with a little bit of grab on the exhaust and intake side. And remember, the exhaust is usually different from the intake. Now when you're putting the head back on, not the head, the rocker cover, usually it's either a rubber gasket, or in this case it looks like it's silicone, so I'm going to scrape all that old silicone off, clean up both surfaces and reseal it. I suppose you don't really need to see that. These bolts have rubber bits on them that are all chewed up, so I might try find something to replace those. But yeah, thank you for watching. Just a short video. Please like and subscribe, that would be much appreciated. And yeah, see you next time.